they might be lacking a little bit of the experience, but maybe they can swish something together for us, at least make the game interesting, but still going to favor G2 no matter what.
Well, taking the series to here on Ancient to begin the entire show, I think that makes things interesting already. Mad Lions wanted to drag G2 down into the mud and wrestle with them. Smoke to the top of middle. Nico gonna try to spam through it, and sure enough, he finds one. Amanek as well. As soon as they start to try and challenge into Donut where two CTs are standing, it's not going too well.
Oh.
We get that left-right as Hunter swings out just a bit, and it's all on Susel. He's been managed to get out a main, but everything else was shut down, and I mean everything. No, not a single kill in for Mad Lions.
Yeah, that's super nice. That's super. I mean, everything was so clean. You always expect to see a pistol like that at least once every other game, and very nice to take the edge off with a pickup here by Nico, just spamming this specific angle. But they seem very well prepared for this exact strat, right? Coming towards them in Donut, they have two there. They have Nico holding middle, and they're not shy to, again, spam that smoke, really reading into what Mad Lions want to try to do.
We'll see if this play, this rush up a B ramp, will catch anybody off guard. You've got Nico just anchoring inside of the caves. He doubles back. Bomb site very much lost, but this cross was covered for a single kill. JL is going to get his head off. Amanek got to be cautious of this deep peek. G2 trying to rotate over as we have Jax take the long flank all the way around through the T-spawn. Meanwhile, Amanek doing a good job with the FAMAS to take two players off of it. So suddenly what felt like this scary moment for Mad Lions being able to upset seems a little less likely. Unless TMB with that recovered M4 has something to offer. Saucel's, oh, he was watching flank, but now, oh, the unfortunate reality. Saucel calls that Jax has slipped by. You see TMB turn his attention, and the moment he turns, he gets killed.
Yeah.
Easy retake for G2.
I really thought that was going to get scary for a second just because Nico dies in the cave. Guns draw 5v4, 4v4 I should say, but this kill is also really important. If Oro is able to hold on to the back lane's control with that Tech 9 and maybe even pick up a FAMAS, things could have got sketchy, but they distracted TMB. Jax got by on that huge flank that came in, and it was all relatively well timed. So, oh, wow, we got more face art.
Okay, all right.
So I guess the last one wasn't a tattoo.
Well, I for his sake.
Yeah, the veil has been removed.
Yeah, for his sake.
That's true, yeah.
A little more artistic presence in round two.
Happy Lions.
Yeah. Cheerful Lions. We'll see if they've got something to be happy about. I was very impressed with Borup yesterday. In fact, it's nice to see him back in with a new, fresh roster and one that is starting to take down scalps. You know, EG, again, I tried to like paint it as like, it's the weak pack. And, well, this is the challenge they wanted. Waro, with that one AK for Mad Lions, gets Hunter off of middle. Again, just working with these little openings. Take what you can get. And right now, Mad Lions, it's that 4v4 with their other AK picked back up.
You know, yeah, with Borup, I feel like there's always so much, there's been so much going on, of course, in his life in the last year with roster moves and dramas and stuff like that. Not that he's been a part of them, but, you know, for him, he always has come out and said, I'm living the dream life. I'm having a great time. I'm playing Counter-Strike. I'm doing what I love. And he has a smile on his face. And we always laughed at his cameras when he'd be wearing the heroic jersey for like months afterwards and stuff like that. But he really just does love the game and spends all his time playing it. And here's an interesting spot. The bomb sites will get taken over. And once again, G2 have taken a very pacifist approach to it. They're setting up for a retake position, which means the bomb can get planted.
Killing Waro that easily is a nice little edge for G2, but it does get taken back. Saucel with the trade frag. We've got Amanek over deep CT. Nice flashbang. That's perfect. Now with another player up, we've got a decent post plant for Mad Lions. They're not stretched as thin as they were in the last one, and this one's looking likely. All they got to do is keep these CTs boxed into cave, and TMB's reposition to this is perfect, because once they extend outwards, as long as his teammate on site doesn't die, they've got this crossfire locked. And sure enough, Mad Lions with the double AK, triple Mac 10 purchase are going to turn around and, well, win one early.
There's something so strange about the fact that G2 have just left the site open
Twice,
completely.
kinda.
Yeah, in the mid-round. I mean, it's not just giving up the plants. And at first, it's like, okay, you know, the B side is very retakeable, that's for sure. You know, if you have mid control, you know, you can even bring in a full flank if you really need to, but for the most part, with just some mid control to take over cave from the back and just have your regular rotations, it's not that bad. But most of the time, you see a lot of teams overstacking within the site, taking banana control, really using a lot of resources towards this side of the map because that's where there's a lot more play. For some reason, G2's game plan has led them elsewhere.
Well, we do get NiKo looking to challenge through Arch right here with Nexa. Molly goes to one side. That's going to shave Nexa off from his teammate. So a little bit more lonely as Nexa for the moment. NiKo going to re-aggress as the fire burns out.
We know Mad Lions like to take it slow. They like to crawl around. They like to create complicated mid-round situations and go for a lot of lurk kills. And Ancient's a great map for that.
Sure.
A lot of the scout IGLs in the current meta in the last year really taken to Ancient because of their ability to get through mid and pull off crazy flanks.
Another Molly on the moment. Oh, then Nexa, he gets zoned out by utility. So this time they add an extra layer to it and it nets them even more. Nexa's down to 30, NiKo 65, but they didn't give away this map control.
Yeah.
Sosal's going to be looking to make a little bit of A contact maybe. We've got one player tucked in Temple and Hunter playing a bit more contact. Grenades at the ready, 35 seconds. So Mad Lions, they've been allowed to lurk, but now G2 thinking of making their move, thinking of throwing a wrench in the works, a two-man push out through caves. And if they make this happen fast enough, then they've got two players with backs turned, but NiKo, he's gonna drop his shots.
There's a flank too for them. Oh no, actually, sorry, he's come all the way around.
Yeah, Waro gave up his position. Now he can take that top shelf away to just make sure that that second peak, which is just there, shut down. Now it's all on the bomb site. This is the next step. And Hunter, well, oh, Hunter's got 3. He peeks around the side of box. There's still a little time. They've just got to find them. 4 seconds for the 2 kills. And the CTs try and tuck in. Jack's looking to hide. Both players found. And the terrorists now desperate to keep this gun. Waro holds on. But wow, what a pressure cooker.
That was close. That was close. Such a nice round from Hunter. What a hold from him. All the choke points they had to deal with too. I mean, it wasn't just Donut, which can sometimes be the most troubling position. But this angle, even though it's out in the open, is quite strong. And as we see, as he smooths out every single fight, he almost has no trouble whatsoever. And also has some assistance in the form of teammates that are hanging around inside of the temple and rotating over. So Mad Lions, unfortunately for them, lose this round where they had a significant resource advantage over G2 Esports. They had NiKo. We saw him just now, running out mid with a deagle. And there's a good amount of damage on Nexa within the site. It feels like the B attack is coming, but for whatever reason, bore up something on the side of the map with a bomb.
One of the pieces for Mad Lions that I was pleasantly surprised with yesterday was actually TMB. We're talking about this late lurk type style where Mad Lions kind of leave one to linger. TMB more often than not was finding the edge versus EG. Critical kills on Nuke. And you like to see that when you have a contender of a team, right? The underdog story. Takes a lot of pressure, a lot of patience, a lot of intelligent play. You can see the idea that went into the previous round, and I want to say it almost worked when they shut down that mid play. If they had an extra 10 seconds, they could have peeled away or whatever not, but obviously it all boils down to those little tiny timings.
And that's what it's going to be sometimes with G2. You can do everything right, and then Hunter shows up. Do everything right, then NiKo shows up. Everything right, then Almanac fits 5K. You know what I'm saying? Ace. Easy ace.
TMB, contact towards caves. NiKo gonna ice that one out pretty quick. They're really still relying on that one M4 that Waro was able to move into this round. And we've got Mad Lions down to the sub 20 second mark yet again.
Yep. Maybe a little bit too slow.
Bombs doubling back. NiKo gonna stand the second test as well. Now we get this late A split. So curious situation. NiKo's gonna die out. That one M4 makes its contact. The bomb, that gets stopped by Hunter. Another 3K.
He's everywhere.
Another moment where they get to the bomb site with just enough time. Boom, Hunter 3K.
And now he's not the A player, he's the B player. He's in your nightmares. He's Freddy Krueger. He's waiting for you wherever you go. Hunter. So maybe Mad Lions they can't pull this off in the same fashion that they did in that first round. Let's see if they can, or in the second round actually when they brought it back. Let's see if they can try something maybe a little bit new. But they are approaching their T side, I think, a little differently than what I've seen. But we're seeing same from G2 with a very light B presence.
Ooh, this round not so light. NiKo, he knows what he wants. He peeks out and takes it, falls right back into the cave of which he came.
Well, if you had any plans, you got to throw them out now. Come up with something new. he just saw you and all your homies and killed one of you.
Damn, this is such a gut punch. Little liver jab. Mad Lions still in a recoverable position, but it's going to take somebody's X factor. And well, the X's line up. Nexa crosses out 2 players down the B ramp. And now you really need to figure out something because this has fallen apart. Mad Lions trying to posture in this one, and G2, I think with that 4-1 lead, feeling a bit more comfortable to take a risk. And both their risks pay off with the peak between Nico and Nexa.
Yeah, a couple of sweet flash assists, I think, that go both ways. Nico killed someone who might not have been blind, but I think his support was. And now Saucel sitting outside the cave looking for some positional compensation after they've gotten all of their teammates knocked off the board. And I think G2, maybe they're actually taking to the style quite well. Oh, they said, come on in slowly. We're happy to hold some angles. We've got some flash tactics to rock your default, and we don't have any answers here for Mad Lions. So, man, this is shaping up to be a quick game based on the level of confidence we're seeing from G2. I don't know if it continues, but I don't see why it wouldn't.
Sure enough, you're dead on. Player in the back fully blind, so just the heads up 1v1, and the second gets swept away. First timeout called by Mad Lions, already feeling like they need to figure something out, and I can see it. G2 coming to play sharp.
Yeah,
right off of the grindstone.
Yeah, they can. I mean, there's still a lot of things they haven't tried. We haven't seen a full A. We haven't seen a full B. We also haven't seen, and we've seen some lurking towards mid, but maybe being a bit. I feel like for a lot of T teams right now, being a lot more aggressive and dedicating plenty of the round, like 40 or more seconds, just to taking over cave control, can be a very fruitful endeavor. Just because CTs will play there for long periods of time. It can be mollied out on both sides. It's very hard to stand in without taking some damage, and yet CTs are always encouraged to still play in that spot. So I feel like they've been respectful of a couple of smokes that have landed in the cave, but maybe it's time to lose some of that respect.
Yeah, let's crank the dial. Let's pump it up. Let's get a little weird. Or they're just gonna get cooled off again the moment they get into caves. Yeah. Already down a man. Borup sitting on 70. He's the utility player here.
Yeah, and I guess smartly from G2, they say, okay, maybe they will try to come fast. Let's just give it up. Let's play back a bit. You always have to be ready to show a different tempo at any time, otherwise the team is just going to get more and more comfortable against you. But I'm sure most of their plans are for this following rifle round.
I always find rounds like this so curious. When you look at the map real quick, look how close the entire CT team is to their spawn. And that's something that's so unique with Ancient, that it's just such a backline. And they just hold it, you know? Like you said, give them the space. Let Mad Lions make their play. They're at the disadvantage. They don't have the tools they need for this job. And with TMB peeking into Red Room, it is all shut down yet again. G2 barely leaving their spawn. Relax. And gun them all down.
Yeah, that's a great point. They're just kind of all holding the perimeter, standing back, and even within B, they're not really overstacking, getting down deep and out of control. We haven't seen that look from the CT side. And Mad Lions aren't taking them to that level just yet. So this, I feel like, will be, despite already having, you know, such a poor half for Mad Lions, this rifle round, based on all the patterns that they've seen, all the information that they've harvested from the minds of G2, they can now try to make an informed decision about what we need to do next. And this will tell us if they are feeling lucid or not.
Ooh, another aggressive stance, though. This time, it's, ooh, bottom middle. That's right. Hunter tried to take Nico's place and attack down this shelf, but it gets held by Borup. He had one player to support him outside of middle. Borup takes the initiative, and it's his play, his flash interruption that'll get Mad Lions to the 5v4. But now the question is, do G2 lay off? Or does Nico come right back at it, predicts the position, and nails JL to the wall. Secondary peek from TMB. Again, Mad Lions, they created that opening and they could just keep going, but G2 want to fight. G2 look to claw back ever so slightly towards middle. They look the wrong direction. TMB with the headshot. That's great. Now, all Mad Lions do, focus in on this B site. Deal with Nexa, plant your bomb, and get a second round win.
Yeah.
But Nexa's got other ideas.
It's a strong position of multi-frag. We've seen it before.
Ooh, right to the forehead. Waro 2K dead nonetheless, and because that flashbang was so effective.
Bro, I mean, that's permanent damage. He got permanently. He's going to be partially blind for the rest of his life off that. He literally got thonked with it.
He's gonna look like that creature from the Goonies.
They, like, buried it into his eyes.
Amanek,
Oh.
imagine? Nah,
Well
they peek left, right, center, and they've got it dead to rights. Mad Lions, they've got their second.
Great round from TMB. You brought him up. Here he is, being aware, holding flanks. Made sure to catch G2 on any adjustment they'd like to make. Nexa gets yeah, that's, I feel like, I mean, the size of that flashbang when it hits his face. I should do at least 10 damage.
I feel like if you're Nexa, that's a jump scare moment.
Yeah.
Double op setup here from G2, but Mad Lions showing us that they can take those mid-round initiatives, right? Even though Borup died, his first kill, that's what got that edge. That's what got the yarn to unravel. And this time it's Jax over towards A.
And I think it was Borup actually walking through the mid-smoke, which was the big thing, because Hunter was getting up there, and he found that perfect timing. Said, all right, you might try to do this, and if I don't get ahead of this, we've had so many problems outside B, so a nice adjustment. Smokes are not walls.
Ooh, look. CT's going to make a play here. Oh, and because it's an op on
God.
Nico, he can just take this really deep angle.
It's such a good angle.
And if Nexa can get into the corner, then Nico can leave, and Nexa's just going to lock into this spot. Sure enough, first one connects, second one's a stray. But as said, Nexa just locking in this angle. Smoke grenade's going to keep them at back, and TMB even dies. Hunter leaning over to help out. G2 making another nice adjustment. Let's see if the 2v4 can come through. They've got the first two. Saucel able to reopen this B site. He sees the peak but doesn't punish. And a Molotov goes deep from both directions. JL's gonna find the pocket between them. Hunter's gonna try to challenge on the cross. 30 seconds to the clock. Amanek scoped in, but now down at a 2v4 that's nearly come into fruition. Oh, but the peek into the bomb, that's perfect from Hunter. Now he waits, he holds, and he's got it. G2 with a 7th.
He's like an X-Acto knife with this M4, man. Beautiful rounds from Hunter so far. So many multi-frag positions from him, and this is where two kind of easy op shots are missed in this round for G2, and Hunter is still able to win the round. Amanek misses one that he swings for. Nico misses his second shot that's a kill he's also waiting for, and still Mad Lions can't win. So that says a lot for them. Some frustration. Sad Lions, angry Lions, Mad Lions.
Valiant attempt though, man. Gotta give him a tip of the hat. The 2v4 attempt looked real. But they'll be back with the 3 AKs, Deagle Mac 10. And an affinity for this B site.
Yeah. Fast in the cave. Some of the lighter buys have been successful at least getting the bomb plants down here.
Flash barrage. Saucel dives back in.
Oh, they're a little scared. Man, maybe that was an opportunity to scale though. You know, full blind, his teammates didn't want to come with him, but now they reset with a little bit less resources.
And an additional defender. G2 moving Hunter over. He's already offered us a 3K from inside the A site, one from inside the B site. Hunter's looking for these fisticuffs. Mad Lions need to realize the gloves are off. G2 made a promise. And Nico, he looks to strike down the ramp. Nice transition into the second. Borup's gonna trade it back, but this primes the MP9. Waro is tagged and so is Borup, but JL is actually the guy to take that challenge. Amanek running in, hits the off shot, will be chased by the Mac 10, but it's this backside position from Hunter once more. From inside the site,
Yes.
Hunter heavy impact.
Wherever Hunter is, that's where they're going. That's what we've learned. He knows where the final destination is of Mad Lions, so every time Hunter closes the round, that's Mad Lions realizing they went to the wrong site. Basically always the third man in a brand new position. Flanking too.
What a risk from Amanek to come up close on that fire, try to get one on the ramp.
It's because it's for Hunter he did that. It's for
right,
Hunter's
exactly.
position, because otherwise Hunter would have to look to the right, and there was cave players coming out. So they made an agreement. You watch this, you watch this.
I got it. And yet again, oh,
Yeah,
he
right.
almost gets the
Yeah,
third.
right. He knew the second kill was done, and he was already looking for the third.
Nico gonna swing up from the shelf already, so this mid push from Mad Lions getting dismantled. TMB emerging through the smoke behind Nico. And maybe this could be the pocket play to draw things back. We get a very split defense from G2, one player apiece, A, B, and mid.
We saw from Mad Lions that versus EG, they were a 2A team. I mean, they showed some real good stuff on CT side as well as T side, and Ancient isn't going to be an easy map to win from the T perspective, but As soon as we switch over, I think there could be some odds for them. So I feel like Mad Lions, they should just be looking for a quota of rounds here. They don't necessarily need to have the 11-4 half just because it's G2.
They've shown us promise in almost every round as well. I've seen their bigger vision. Can Mad Lions' prophecy come true? Bomb plant looking guaranteed. Jax will be the first point of contact, and he could time this perfectly because Bora, he came off of the first plant.
Yeah.
And that little bit of hesitation creates a situation for Jax to just shine. Comes in with both the kills and takes G2 to 9.
I think they've been a bit concerned that there's been 3 rounds where there's just been an open site. It's like they're surprised at how smart they are. You know what I mean? They're coming into these sites, they're like, man, no one's here. This can't be right. There's no way we actually found an opening when we were at a player disadvantage to get a bomb plant, because that's always usually so hard. Wow, 19-4?
Suck on that, man.
We're not even done the half.
151 ADR.
That's a luckier godlike coming for Hunter.
That's such solid impact, and we haven't seen a retake attempt from G2 since the second round.
But yeah. Oh no, JL's taking a lot of hits
But utility.
here.
Oh, that was his chance.
Yeah.
Another little micro moment where, like, maybe a B put, maybe.
Yeah, people need to start lining up every single B slope nade because the amount of times that a T will just peek you. Creates
Nosy neighbor, man.
very 50-50 fights, which the T side are always looking for.
Middle yet again going to be a part of this equation in round 13. 12. Flashbang deep, going to keep their eyes trained forward.
I just want to tell you guys about how math isn't real.
I'd say it's subjective.
I'm going to show you. I will show you this TikTok one day.
TikTok?
Yes.
You sound like Pimp. Guys, this one got 2 million
Guys, I have
views.
2 million on TikTok. I'll let you do the Danish.
Yeah, that's my thing. That's how we bond, him and I. Hawk shot, gonna miss. Amanek drops the incendiary in fear that he may be rushed, but instead it's Waro with a counter pick. Now, the Waro 2K CT side on Nuke was so awesome to watch. I haven't yet seen that level of impact out of the sniper from Mad Lions. 15 seconds, another pressured situation. They walk JL right up the ramp, and with the 2 other CTs smoked off, next up prime for the taking. Here comes the flank. TMB finds timing through middle. Jax is gonna try to chase him, but it's way too late. TMB with the, double headshot. Jax skimming him through the box, looking to come at this with a little bit more. There's still 3 players up. This was an excellent play from Mad Lions, and they're not gonna concede this. No, sir. They will win their 3rd.
This Tech 9 shot actually sent Saucel rotating around. Nice, nice from Jax to grab this. And listen, I don't care what anyone says. I think that Amanek is one of the best oppers on G2.
Amanek is the best opper. It kind of checks out. Okay, I don't care what anybody says. I think Nico's one of the best in-game leaders on G2.
They got some role stuff to figure out, don't they?
And yet still here they are, fighting tooth and nail and achieving as they do.
But
Nice. Nice, dude. That second kill, yeah. It's like, bro, that's my angle. Oro literally peeks in
his
front
angle.
of TMB.
Yeah, that's great.
Yo, you got some kills?
What a friend.
No, man. Nice flank from TMB. Almost didn't get to see it just because of the emphasis from Mad Lions up the ramp. But TMB finds that timing, and look at the reward that Mad Lions have earned for themselves. It is the solo op on Amanek, and pistols surround it. Not to mention Mad Lions, they call out the right bomb site. Assuming they get by Jax, A is free for the taking.
Yeah, yeah. Jack's been kind of a monster, but he doesn't have that gun.
Working with the Tech 9, looking to play their guns against them.
Waro's the type of dude to clear this. They got nothing else to look at either, so I'm sure they'll take a look. Oh my god, wait.
Okay. Take your 1.
Can't really retake, unfortunately. Just the op to work with here. The CT side.
Yeah, make sure you save that one. 4th round going to be added to the board for Mad Lions, so all of a sudden that lurk from TMB, that run-up ramp from JL, everything from the last round feels that much more needed and more rewarding. G2 still stellar CT side, but we can't forget this is the most CT-sided map in the competitive map pool.
Yes.
Math says so. And math is real.
Yes, sometimes.
Depending on who you ask. But we're here to tell you the truth, and nothing but the truth.
I feel like the only reason
so scared to plant.
we're even looking at this, like, open
Where's
site
Hunter?
again.
Where's
really?
Hunter?
You sure this is an open site? No way we're this smart. They found open site, I think, 4 times already this half. Who boosted Jax? There's no way he did the sign jump.
Shout out for a moment. Thank you, CSGO, adding a map that has a little bit of solo movement in it, you know? I'm still waiting to be able to surf down B ramp. Let me just surf all them walls.
Yeah. Can you not?
No.
Oh.
There's actually, it's a
flat.
It's flat,
It's flat, yeah.
like one of those invisible walls.
Why they do that? Why they do that?
At least just make it flat
Yeah.
so that I don't get my hopes up.
True. Yeah. No, I know. There's nothing more infuriating, even outside of even in single-player games, where there's an area you can see that you just can't get to. Okay, he did it. He did it. He did it. He did it. I'm just out.
Oh yeah, of course we have that on replay. Oh my God, blast production, dude. I can't believe it.
That I love the run boosts out mid to peek down B with an op. Those are great. I feel like the ops are actually kind of a curse for G2 right now. Some of the important shots have been missed. Nico's got a couple kills. Amanek got a couple kills, but it's not always been great. Oh, these deep nades are going to hurt.
Ooh.
Oh, the flash is perfect. This is perfect execution on the CT. Map control here, and they're attacking still from both sides, but...
Oh my God, it's a slaughter. This is the kind of play that G2 couldn't make last round because they didn't have guns. So what do they make the moment they do have the tools?
Will they forget about JL?
I don't know. Oh, yes, sir. He comes out of the smoke, kills Nexa. His teammate's right there behind him with the bomb. It would have to be a ridiculous 2 versus 5, but we almost had the 2v4. Unfortunately for JL, he's got such little health to work with. But they will be given some space. Middle to note. Not long A. That's where Jax decides to start making his move. Amanek's going to take a bit of damage, but now Jax peeks off of that, and sure enough, JL's down for the count. Saucel has the bomb. A hope, a dream, but a very small chance of being able to pull this one off. Oh, especially with a Nico peek like that. I love it. G2, how'd they get this early lead? Aggression, making moves.
Every nade was beautiful here. Every flash was timed well. Look at the amount of chaos going on, man.
Yeah, dude. Carnage.
Everyone's trying to fend for themselves.
Carnage.
You can't even communicate all the action that's happening. If there's anything that could dissuade you from trying to default outside B, I think it's a round like that. Those are some great nades from G2 overall. G2 touch 10.
Nade to bank. A little bit of chip damage. Gonna look to keep it simple, it seems. Mad Lions slamming their way into the B site. Nexa's got a little bit of vision, knows somebody's locked into the back corner, but that secondary peek, well, that's his end. Frag could be good. Oh, yes. Massive impact versus JL.
They're so low.
And then we get a following 2 kills. It's a slaughter. Jax shooting them through the walls, through the floors, through the ceiling. There is no ceiling. We're outdoors. But you get what I mean. Mad Lions, they're going to fumble this last one, and G2 will close the CT half with an 11-4 score, which is excellent. A couple of mid-round moments that looked possible for Mad Lions, but the Samurais, they walked in sharp.
I'm Rob Ford from Betway, and taking on the challenge this time is Daps. So you've seen the series before, and when you're watching the YouTube videos and playing along at home, how many do you usually get correct?
It's hit or miss. I'd say usually I'm 70% right.
4 clips to watch.
Yeah.
Are you ready for the first clip?
Yeah, let's see it. They played the situation like pretty well in front of the monster smoke, but it looked pretty like sick when he like turned around and killed the guys going up short. I would say it's a pro, and if it's not a pro, then like that's a good non-pro player.
Well, you're off the flying start because it is a pro. It's Grim. You know, well played by him.
Yeah, that was good.
So let's get into the second one.
There we go.
Okay, bit of a.
Okay. Well, I mean,
What? What on earth was that?
it's hard to say. I mean, I could see a pro doing something like that if they're just like destroying the other team. I'll just say it's a pro, but like that's a tough one, honestly. I didn't really get enough footage there to like make a real choice.
It's a low. It's a guy called Herbie. He is face at level 10. Okay, so you've got 1 out of 2 so far. Get support utility from teammates. Yeah.
I mean, this is a pro for sure. Oh, that's a pro. Yeah, that's a pro for sure. That's
Do you recognize the clip at all?
100%. I think I do recognize the clip. Obviously, like wall banging that, most non-pros are not going to go for that either. So, I mean, that's 100% a pro.
It's a pro. Yeah, it's Olaf.
That was an easy one. 2 out of 3. We're doing well so far. Crosshair placement's pretty good. No, I remember this clip. Didn't it happen to like me or something? It was Rob's, right?
Yeah, it was.
Yeah.
And I think it was against you guys.
Okay, yeah. Thought we won the round already and just peaked one of the best players in the world and gave him free fights.
3 out of 4, a really good score. Thanks for watching.
This ramp.
I maybe have a good play, guys.
It was close.
I can flash out.
Flash.
2 guys ramp and 1
Flash
car.
only one. I missed it. Oh.
One more.
Clear car, nothing A. Both.
I have 1 flash, I can flash green.
They can be up.
Up. I'm all inside. You will flash me green.
Can flash green, I'm ready.
Whenever you can.
I'm holding car. His car. Car on green.
I'm only deep green.
Up there.
Last guy's green. All
Watching
in.
green.
This should be toward.
Go street 1, in street. He's pushing street maybe.
Yeah, there. Copy.
Nice. Good job, Hunter. Good job.
Oof, that's the round that could have been. Mad Lions showing us some promise in that attempted 2v4. But then, well, they kind of poked the bear, and G2 didn't take kindly to that. So they came back with plays like this. Jax adding his name to the list alongside Hunter of the members of G2 that came in with those impactful multi-kill moments. What's the score? 11-4. G2 did an excellent job on the CT side, gave it to Mad Lions the moment they came off of their ecos, didn't let that tempo that G2 seemed to thrive in ever stop.
Yeah.
And now it's their turn to take to the offense.
They just had so many killers. Like, look at Hunter's 19 and 5.
Yeah, no big deal.
And then Nico also 16 and 9, and he wasn't even the star of the show this time around. Hit some great shots, but like Hunter was just everywhere.
Oh, look at this. 3 players through red already. It's going to draw the B-men back. And Nico's going to try to lock this in. Waro 2K attacking the 3-man cohort, working into A. They're trying to join their member on long, and sure enough, it works. CTs give up their positions. Everybody ends up fighting from their spawn, and Jax with the double head snap. Saucel in with the trade frag. Didn't quite see him. Didn't look like it, although he was right there, prime for the taking. Hunter playing close, peeks out, gets both those headshots, looking as crisp as Jax. G2 to 12, as quick as can be.
Right now, it's too hard. It's just too hard, man. There's just too many players on G2 playing well. Yeah. Time for a water break.
Look at this second one. Hunter slides it through. Oh, dude. It's clean. Something satisfying about tier S CS.
Anytime you get the tier S.
S tier.
Yeah. The anytime you get that, like, they smoke middle, but you just run through it, and then you divide the defense like that. It's just such a nightmare of a rotation. And Moral almost saved the day by killing Nico. Then he missed a few extra shots, and yeah, G2 did such a good job transitioning, taking temple control with the flash to cross and everything like that. They never got flustered. The nades have been really good from G2 as well today.
Feels like the CTs couldn't really help themselves when their tempo players also doubled back to the CT spawn. They had nobody to challenge on long A. They had nobody up in the donut. They had nobody even on, like, you know, brokey corners. So G2 a well-earned pistol and an easily earned bomb plant here on the B site. Nothing can really be taken aback by Mad Lions, so they need to just bite the bullet, save what they hold on to, and give up this 13th. 13 to 4.
It's such a stomp right now.
13.
Yeah, it's not. They're not even going to slow down at all. So this is just going to be this is grave. It's a grave situation. It's looking very grim here for Mad Lions. What are they even supposed to do versus that? Yeah.
Not a good sign for Mad Lions. We got TMB standing up and walking away. We got Saucel taking off his headphones.
Yep.
Big deep breaths, boys.
I 2P a lot.
It's not going to. You should get that checked out. It's not going to be any easier, I don't think.
And they invest a little bit, so they'll play from the. I think they're going to play for 14. That's basically what they're telling each other at this point. It's obviously unwise to just keep forcing, but just such critical territory, you're always a little tempted.
They know that Shelf's been taken by Mad Lions, so we start to see G2 peel their players off of B. NiKo could justify a linger. A little bit of mid-smoke from Amanek offered. And I like this. Mad Lions, the preemptive A stack. You know, if you can't stop it, at least try to get ahead of it.
Yeah. Yeah, people go B more, but A site is more powerful to stack because of the amount of spots that are so good for pistols, especially within Donut, in the Temple, a lot of close positions that you can fight from. So if there is the off chance that the T team execs A, sometimes it'll be a wonderful gamble to take. But it looks like this time around, G2 are pretty dead set on just working the side of the map that everyone likes more.
Now the question will be, how long do Mad Lions just stay back? They're starting to piece things together in mid. And Nexa's going to confirm that they're getting curious. So this could start to expedite the push from G2. Sure enough, they find it for free. And the moment Borup tries to position himself in any way to stop it, he is dead to rights. NiKo going to die out towards middle, but that's about all Mad Lions are going to get for this one. So a 14th round, as even Mad Lions would have expected. And then the buy-ins come in, and we will be set to see whether Mad Lions can make any attempt at the comeback or whether it's a quick day on Ancient for G2.
Yeah, it's crazy. The Showdown's as hard as ever, you know, just with the disparity of the teams, and we haven't got that miraculous upset that you oftentimes see at the Showdown. And so that's going to create for, obviously, an even better final if the time comes. But I mean, if Mad Lions pull the series off, it's also going to raise their stock a ton for the next game they play, even as unlikely as it seems at this point, with Ancient being so one-sided. It feels like Kuben's got a lot of ideas for this map and is clearly a little bit frustrated, as he showed in the first half, for what Mad Lions were doing and why they were losing rounds. Just feels like it indicates that they did have a strong game plan coming into it, but did not meet their own expectations.
No, because
the Hunter effect, the NiKo effect, the Kovac effect.
Just a couple of killers. So let's see it, Mad Lions. What do you got for us? A little bit of cave play from G2. Good mid setup from Mad Lions. They've got Waro 2K boosted. This would be an excellent way to pick off a 5 versus 4, but it comes down to whether NiKo peeks into the crosshair.
Do they have...
And doesn't look like it's going to spread far enough. But as long as TMB sticks around towards middle, they don't need to give this up. This is an age-old boost. Hang on for dear life and hope you hit it.
I start to get worried about nades that come in, and yeah, they are going to start. There was an opportunity there for NiKo, but maybe the trade would have just come down. And great flashes once again to scale.
Yep.
The nades have been so good from G2. Fantastic.
Ooh, and then Waro, after think about how cautious they were with the boost.
Yeah.
How much they wanted to fall back. He was flashed off of the angle. How does he ultimately die? Just walking into an open space already held by Nico. So threw caution to the wind and was killed for it.
And Moro's probably clearing the angles underneath him.
What could have been the op peeling off the 5v4 to the favor of Mad Lions is now instead G2 inching closer towards this B site. Nico taps into the head of Borup over on Caves. Hunter trades, and so it's the 2v4. We saw Mad Lions nearly pull one off, but they're already smoked out of the attempt, and I think they have to save, which is such a whimpering way to give up 15.
That was actually beautiful. That was actually beautiful. And it was mostly at the assistance of nades to win them all the map control and take apart the boosts and everything like that. And they were just so aware of, I guess, how Woro could play it. They might even been aware of like that specific boost because of how careful they were about the map control, but there was just no way in. I mean, the Mad Lions got outplayed on every single level here, not just aim.
Oof. And they're going to hunt down JL. There's no way he feels comfortable. He's going to be surrounded and swarmed. And Jax takes his head clean off, man. G2 did not come in today to lose. Hell, they've barely given up any rounds.
Not many body shots this game.
Look at this. Oh. And you know what's funny is we watched oh my god, we watched Nico use that exact same angle from the other end in the first half to just destroy, I believe it was Borup. No matter who it was, Nico now predicting the peak. Hunter takes to the top of the scoreboard 26-6 in a 19-round game. The 20th begins and could very well end just as quickly. Borup's going to try to apply a bit of pressure, but he eats a flashbang. There's a player straight down beneath him, but as he jumps up, Nico pops him. Saucel's killed Nexa, so that's something for Mad Lions. But can they manage to hang on?
Oh, they might even just attack A off this. Looks like Jax might disrespect the smoke. There's a lot of pressure being applied to the B site, so it's pretty convincing. And it feels like the default is leaning this way, but the bomb has already made it all the way over. Oh, sorry, no, the bomb is starting to make its way over, but 2 are in the site. And the CTs are gonna find nothing.
Ooh, except for Nico, which honestly is something.
Yeah.
It's a 4v3 at the very least, but that bomb continuing to sprint to the B site, and as it gets there, we get this deep move from Jax. So he's looking to maybe slow down the CTs, but Donut has a temporary smoke that's soon to fade. Amanek planting bomb, Hunter looks to cover. Jax attempting a kill, and if he could smoke off these CTs, then he's good to go, but they push through, and Hunter gives that cover. Woro goes down. Jax takes some damage, and while that FAMAS lingers into the CT spawn, it's the other 2 counter-terrorists to come in from Donut. TMB trying to keep the dream alive as he takes down 2 players. It falls onto Amanek. He's got no utility, and he's been a quiet piece of G2, but he knows everything he needs to. Bomb tap, TMP dealt with. If it's not so-so, but it is!
Hey, all right.
The jumping headshot is what keeps them alive. But that's a margin of millimeters.
No, I mean, that's a good jump spot. I feel like, oh my God, they don't have it.
No way! Oh, don't count your chickens before they hatch.
Look at this shot. Damn!
Come on, man.
Oh, you should just be given a kit should spawn on your body when you hit a shot like that.
You're kidding. Oh!
No.